Hello sweeties! How about all this weird stuff? Well, whether we like it or not, we are all being given the opportunity to get to know ourselves better. And the best part is, if there's anything we don't like, we can change it. It just takes a little focus. I'm learning so much about emotions and how we can take charge of them. Of course, one of the easiest ways to change your mood is amazingly with music. Pick some music that makes you happy and start dancing or just moving. Deep breathing is also great. In fact, I'll do a video about it when I've got my fabulous camera guy back. But for now, it's really important that we stay out of victim mode and get happy. The earth keeps turning whether we're smiling or not. So let's choose to be happy and eat chocolate. It's Easter. Chocolate is compulsory. Thanks for listening to Astrology with Linda Shaw. Don't forget to subscribe, it's free, and press the bell thing. You'll be sent reminders. That's enough of that. Let's get to the stars. Aries, my little Rottweiler, are you still determined to be the hero of this movie? Well, you can. In fact, you probably already are. But it has to be said, even with every bicep rippling and every socket plugged in, not even you can manage it all on your own, which means you'll either have to ask for help, yikes, or learn to tackle one drama at a time. You can start by dumping the idea that you're in charge of anything and try and see the funny side of all of this. There is one, amazingly, and once you stop taking yourself so seriously, you'll slowly discover talents you didn't even know you had. This is one of those times when you get to move beyond your comfort zones and connect with something larger than yourself. No hurry, you're always amazing, whatever you do. That's it for Aries. Taurus, my little cupcake, no one's surprised that you're losing your marbles. You're having to deal with a double whammy. First, there of course is this wonderful virus drama that everyone's trying to deal with, but then you have the added nightmare of really peculiar planets throwing really weird messages at you. None of it's easy, but especially not for you. Your life's at a crossroads, you have no idea which fork to take next, so why not just stand still? Write down every random thought until there's a thread that makes some sense. And while you're waiting for inspiration, schedule activities that make you feel loved and fabulous. No point waiting for someone else to do it. They've got problems of their own. Besides, your relationship needs are changing. Take your time unearthing the new you. It'll be worth the effort. You'll see. That's it for Taurus. Gemini, my adorable little cocker spaniel. You're having one of your panic moments, aren't you? Fortunately, you never stay down there for long. Half the time you're convinced the world is doomed and there's no way out, and the other half is devoted to that wonderful optimism and that firm belief that everything's going to be perfectly fine. Just stop dwelling. Do the little things that keep your optimism afloat. And most important of all, keep networking. The more people you connect with, the greater your impact. We need you to stay strong. Besides, it won't be long before you can start to get your old life back, and then you'll miss all this peace and quiet. Make the most of it while it lasts. That's it for Gemini. Cancer, my fabulous little coconut. You better pay attention to whatever your poor aching body is telling you. The fact is, even though you're theoretically not doing that much, you're very close to burnout and you need to sit down. Not for long, just until you've figured out a better way of taking care of yourself. You're spending far too much energy worrying about all the things you can do absolutely nothing about. Mostly, of course, you're fretting about everyone else. And frankly, you've had enough of other people's dramas to last a lifetime. So for now, you need to be taking care of yourself and the people you love. That's more than enough to handle. Next week will be much more exciting, and you don't want to be half dead when it arrives. That's it for Cancer. Leo, my little lollipop. You've been watching yourself in action, and you've decided to become a much more forgiving little sausage from now on. Because having observed yourself at your most annoying, and let's be honest, there is nothing scarier than a caged lion, you're discovering that people have to be just as patient with you as you are with them. Still, for now, you're secretly really enjoying the extra time to do your own thing, and you're discovering talents you didn't know you had, and you're assuming that everyone else is doing the same. But enough's enough. Soon you'll be gnawing at the bars and growling very loudly. It's very definitely almost time to rejoin the human race. Your circuits need a reboot, after which you'll dig up your wonderful sense of humor again. All excellent timing. Now we just need the rest of the world to agree with you, and everything will be fine. That's it for Leo. Virgo, my little watermelon, wouldn't you just love to have a party? Aren't you really tired of being the saint? You've rediscovered your passion for life, and now you're ready to have some fun. So start with the plans. By the time you're organized and you know what a perfectionist you are, there'll be people lining up outside your door. Meanwhile, pay very close attention to all those fabulous ideas whirring around in your head. Make notes. They'll be useful for a project that's already in the pipeline. For now, trust those fantastic instincts. They know exactly where they're going. Your relationships, meanwhile, are changing quite dramatically. You're getting to know each other really well and discovering how much you like each other or not. And soon you'll be making some new decisions about that. Take your time, though. That's it for Virgo. Libra, my little daffodil, you've been so convinced for so long that no one can see you or understand you that it will come as a huge surprise to discover that you're really loved and even understood sometimes. You know, it's true that most people tend to see life as some kind of competition, but if you leave them to their own devices and trust your beliefs, you will not only be seen but understood. The world's paying attention to the smaller things now, so here's your chance to be the role model or just to be yourself. It's a huge relief. That aside, you've got some time to explore a fabulous new project. You'll just have to be open to new ways of doing things. The world has changed radically in the last few months. We just need to change with it. Willingly, preferably. That's it for Libra. Scorpio, my little hedgehog, you're slowly softening up, all prickly on the outside and soft and cuddly on the inside, which means, even though you still look tough as old boots, you're starting to bend under the pressures. Now, how about taking yourself a tad less seriously? Especially when you realize that all these same pressures are actually coming from you. It's true you're not fond of change, but it's not true that you can't handle it when it comes. What you're looking for, of course, is freedom from obligation, but since that's never an option, you'll simply have to shift your perception slightly. Responsibility is a gift, and you're exactly the kind of leader people are looking for now. Be gentle with the people who need your help, and start with yourself. Be nice. That's it for Scorpio. Sagittarius, my little strawberry, you're finally starting to really enjoy yourself. You've realized that life goes on no matter where you are, and that you might as well have a good time while you're there. You've been considering your options for a while, and now you're ready to take a risk. You're even ready to trust yourself to make the right choice, which is excellent. All those heavy emotional clouds are lifting, and you're rediscovering your enthusiasm for life. You're even excited about the difficult parts. Before you start, you may owe a few people an apology for your tactlessness or thoughtlessness or general looliness, but they'll forgive you. You're far too adorable to stay mad at. Now you can resurrect your fabulous new plans. How about a song to celebrate or a little dance? Perfect. That's it for Sagittarius. Capricorn, my little bunny rabbit, just because you feel as though you've lost control of everything doesn't mean you have. It's just that there are now different things for you to control. Now you get to be in charge of all your dreams and fantasies and desires. You've been so busy mulling over the world's dramas, you've completely neglected your own needs. So shift your focus. First thing, your poor body's really tired. Careful with this. Exhaustion makes you very vulnerable to negative energies around you. So get some rest and stay focused. There are fabulous new opportunities on the way, and you need to be ready. Don't waste any energy on the people who are trying to stop you. They have nothing to do with you. The world is changing. Make sure your changes are for the better. That's it for Capricorn. Aquarius, my little apricot. You've been pondering over a fabulous new idea for some time now. And what you probably need is another opinion, particularly from someone who won't think you're nuts. You must admit you've even wondered about that yourself once or twice. So you'd like some sensible input before you take the next step. Then, once you've affirmed how splendid you are, step outside of that anxious box and learn to trust yourself. You keep finding reasons not to take the next step. Enough of that. It's time to expand your world and theirs. After that, you might give some thought to a very peculiar love life, although That's the only kind that really interests you, to be honest. Still, where other people are involved, you have to consider their needs. So if you don't know what they need, ask. It's easy. That's it for Aquarius. Pisces, my little ice cream cone. Time hasn't really ever been your friend, has it? Which means you haven't the faintest idea how to manage it. Not surprising. You live most of your life in a state of indecision, confusion, and total fantasy. Yes, you would love the world to be a better place, but you're not quite sure how to get it there. You'd love to help the people who need you, but you can never quite get your act together. So start practicing now while there's time. Of course, you'll have to master some very basic disciplines. This is where you get to do the things you really hate, like make lists, organize schedules, manage your time. You'll get the hang of it eventually. Then you decide how you would like to spend your time. If you don't know, try everything. There's a whole host of new opportunities out there, and you don't want to miss any of them. That's it for Pisces. Thank you, fabulous creatures, for listening to Astrology with Linda Shaw. Remember to wash your hands every 5 seconds and then laugh out loud. Stress is a much bigger killer than any boring old virus. So keep smiling even if you don't feel like it. You soon will. Now, if you'd like to subscribe, just press the button thing. It's free. And have a great week. Remind yourself every 30 seconds just how amazing you are. Give yourself permission to succeed. It's important. Bye now. See you soon.